When I was a teenager, I had this mug, right? And it said, dance like no one is watching, love like you've never been hurt, sing like no one is listening, and live as if it's heaven on earth. And it was my absolute favorite mug because every time I drank from it, I felt like I could do anything. I could be whoever I wanted to be. I felt like I was free when I read that quote. And I think one of the reasons I felt like that was because I knew deep down that I wasn't really living my life like that. I was so self-conscious. I was so caught up in caring way too much about what other people thought about me, about the decisions I made, about what I said, about what I dressed, what I wore, what I looked like. I was way too caught up in that. And so this mug and this quote really spoke to me. I think that's the power of language. It has the power to make us feel, and it speaks to us. Because at that time in my life, I felt like I was locked in this cage. Like I was in this cage and I had no idea how to get out. I didn't have the key to get out. As much as I tried to bang on the door and rattle the cage, it was just like I was so stuck, caring way too much about what other people thought of me. And I so desperately wanted to live my life like the quote said. I wanted to dance like no one was watching. I wanted to live. I actually wanted to live my life and not somebody else's. And I wonder if you can relate, because I know it's such a common feeling, especially these days. And, my journey over the past 10 years or so has really been exploring who I am, what I'm capable of, and really refining and discovering this system, I suppose, that you're able to follow that can actually build the self-confidence that every single person needs to be able to live a life like the quote says, to live like it's heaven on earth, to find that freedom. And so once I found out that this thing called confidence could actually be learnt, I was like, what? Hold on a second. I thought you were like born with confidence. But it turns out that there is actually this path that we don't learn in school. We don't seem to learn anywhere unless you find it out for yourself. And so what I've done is I have put all the key ingredients that I've found into a really small, manageable online course that can be completed over a week. It really is so achievable, and it's literally the foundation steps that I used. And when I was understanding from a human behavior perspective what it really takes to live life confidently. And it's kind of like finding that key to that cage, right? This course allows you to step outside, to open that door and to smell the fresh air and to really genuinely find freedom. Because that's what it was for me. When I realized that I could actually be like this quote said, I could live that way. And when I found that path to be able to do that, I felt the freest that I have ever felt in my life. And I really want that for you. So if you're at a point now where you're feeling like you're in that cage and you're stuck, then I would love to be your guide on this journey. So if that's you, just click the Join Now button wherever it is on this page, and I'll see you inside. Bye for now.